A $1 billion mistake, and what is next for Bitcoin? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi, walking and talking on the beautiful beach here in Phuket, Thailand guys. In today's video guys, I have two news items. I have 4 amazing Bitcoin charts that will show you exactly what you need to know at the moment, and I want you for that. So let's take a very close look into those 4 charts I'm going to share with you today. And yes, of course, an inspirational quote to end this video on this amazing Monday morning here in Phuket, Thailand. Can you hear the waves? What more do you want in the morning? Let's jump into the news first, guys. Let's first talk about that $1 billion mistake. Or was it a mistake? Maybe it was necessary in that time. But do you still remember the whole story of a guy paying 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas on pizza day, guys? Yes, 2 pizzas, 10,000 Bitcoins. That's closing to a $1 billion couple of pizzas at the moment. Bitcoin is almost at 100K. 10,000 times 100K is a $1 billion pizza gate. Not pizza gate, pizza mistake. Oh, there was a dog attacking me without me even noticing it. A friendly dog on the beach. Yeah, you never know here in Thailand. These dogs are Thai dogs. But yes, a $1 billion couple of pizzas is what he bought a long time ago, guy. The name was Laszlo. He spent that time, one of the first transactions ever, to buy pizza. 10,000 Bitcoins. At that time it was nothing. I think it was 30 bucks or 40 bucks something. That would now be $1 billion. The thing that I want to tell you is that we will see more and more of these kind of stories. Even now, you might think, 100,000, yeah, you know, that's the top for Bitcoin. I can buy now a car for 1 Bitcoin. Yes, buy that car. Buy even 2 cars now for Bitcoin, because you have even cars for 50K or something. Buy 2 cars for 1 Bitcoin at the moment. But in 10 or in 15 years time, guys, you will be looking back the same way as those pizzas. What the fuck? I bought 2 cars for 100K for 1 Bitcoin in 2024, and then we are 20 years later in 2044, and you're like, shit, those cars, those costed me 1 Bitcoin at that time. That's now 10 million US dollar. I could have had 10 million US dollar, but I was driving 2 Volkswagen Polos. That's the decision you're making today. Do you want to get wet like me now? Then you need to walk in the beach here. The decision is very simple. Do you want to own 2 Volkswagen Polos, or maybe 1 Mercedes, or 1 BMW, or maybe a small apartment for 100K somewhere in the world? Or do you want to own 10 million US dollar in the year 2040 when you go with your pension? That's the question. Or maybe a little bit less. Maybe like $1 million in 5 years or 10 years. That's the question. Do you want to keep spending your money to all that stupid shit that's devaluating, like houses? Yes, they will be devaluating in the future as well. I have my own opinion about it. But yes, real estate will be devaluating, and I will tell you exactly why. Yes, this is a complete mixed up video now, but why will they devaluate? Because 1, we have an aging problem. People are getting older and older, but too many old people at the moment. So yes, a part of our humanity will be deleted because of the aging problem. They are getting too old. And on the other hand, you and others are not fucking enough anymore. We are not producing any children. So we have less kids in the future. So that means less population. We have less elderly because they will be dying. Also less population. We keep building houses, so the balance is going to be gone. There's going to be a shitload of houses available for less people, because we do not produce new children anymore, and all people will be dying. So yes, I don't think that real estate is the best investment. So that's why I tell you, maybe stay in Bitcoin, guys. But that's the story. Do you want to invest in all that stuff that is losing value or losing purchasing power, like euros and dollars? Maybe you could put a little bit in gold, you know, diversify. That's at least growing a little bit. Not like Bitcoin, but it's growing. Or do you want to have $1 million to $10 million somewhere in 2030 to 2040 by just holding 1 Bitcoin? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Now, let's jump into the second news part. BAM. The second news part, guys, is about the BAM token. DDBAM is the ticker. It went live last week. We had an amazing weekend, guys. The DDBAM token did way better than I ever expected. We even touched the 40 cents. The 40 cents mark. We've been trending all week on DEX tools, on DEX screener. We have been listed on CoinMarketCap. We've been listing on CoinGecko. Everything went perfectly fine. If you look on DEX tools or any other analytics tool, you can see that all the dots behind DDBAM are completely green. 99 out of 99 score. That's like very good. That's like perfect. That's showing you it's not a scam. And even to show you that I'm supporting this fully, I added 75k liquidity yesterday and I shared it with a video with all my followers, guys, all the VIPs. I made a video here. This is how I do it. This is how I added liquidity to the DDBAM token, 75k in total. I fully trust this project. Why? Because they are doing exactly what is necessary in this industry, providing decentralized education about Bitcoin, blockchain, crypto, NFTs, meme coins, etc. Preparing everyone for the future and not for the past. They are creating a gateway to freedom. They are even writing children's books, even making children's cartoons to educate the young kids already about Bitcoin. All children in the future should open a Bitcoin wallet before they open a bank account. That is why that educational platform is very important, and that is why I am putting all my effort in that educational platform, because I want to leave something really cool behind. And at the moment we already have 180 Bitcoin courses over there. So you don't need to search all YouTube videos, listen to all my videos to find certain subjects. You just go into a course system in your app and search certain subjects you want to learn about, and you take it from baby steps to teenager steps to an adult course where you learn how to trade, etc. That is what is being created at DDBAM.me. So congratulations to the whole team of DDBAM.me. Perfect launch, a lot of liquidity, a market cap already of $8 million. I hope we will touch $10 million this week and maybe even $30 in the next coming bull market. But amazing project. Take a look at DDBAM.me, guys. That were the two news items with a lot of noise of the waves. Let's jump into the charts now to show you what I see, what you need to see, and we will all see together what is going to happen with Bitcoin. Bam! The first chart for today, guys, is of course this beautiful 4-hour chart. Some coffee. Let's take a look at those charts, guys. Amazing how we can see that my sloppy hands are really working well. I told you over there, I hope you all still remember, I told you, I drew these sloppy green lines. I told you, we will go in between them, and then when we break out, we retest and we go up to those levels that I drew with that sloppy green line. Now look what happened. We went up and down in this area. We broke out exactly here. We came and back and retested with this red candle over there, and then we bam, moved up all the way to 99,800 US dollar. Exactly the targets that I drew. My sloppy hands are working perfectly. Now, where could we dip to? That's your main question at the moment. We can dip all the way to this level, 92. This is the support level. But at the moment, 97,300 is the main support. We are keeping that support. That's beautiful. We're trying to go up and break this yellow stepping line again, and then we will move higher if possible. If not, 95k is support and 92k are support. And why? Look, there's a lot of volume fighting this line, so this is going to be the main area of support. And 95, there was also a lot of volume here, this line, that will also be a main area of support. So I would draw the support lines, if I would draw them there and there-ish, maybe this one, sorry, a little bit higher, something like that. That would be two support zones for me, but let's see what we do. Now, zooming out. Memory lane. This is a trip back to memory. This one I shared a long time ago with you guys. And I hope that the long-term watchers of my videos still remember I shared this chart with you. I made this chart myself. I shared it with you. I told you we are here. We just had the bear market bottom at 16K. We came up to the yellow line And at that moment, there were no candles. Just that was the last candle. I told you when we break that yellow line, there will be two options. I told you it could be the copy of the 2021 bull run or a copy of the 2017 bull run. That would be the blue or the green line. The 21 bull run would end up somewhere around 120K. The 27 bull run around 170K. That is what I told you. Now look what happened with these candles. This chart is a very important chart. High risk, don't invest. Low risk, do invest. High risk, don't invest. Low risk, do invest. Now high risky areas, we can still invest because we can still go up like 50 to 100%, but there will be a moment, I will tell you, it will become high risk, and it will be in 2025. I believe from July, August 2025, I will tell you not to buy anymore, because there will be a crash back all the way to maybe 60K or something like that. In my opinion, the top will be around 160K, so somewhere in this area, and then the crash could be, for me, somewhere around 60%, 65%. So that is what I expect, that we could go to 58K and as a new bear market bottom with a wick something. This is high risk. The low risk will be 12 months later. Bear market 12 months, then we will go into the low risk. That is where we will start buying again, guys. Now, but if you now look closely at these candles that now came, when I told you there, we could do the blue or we could do the green line. We went just in between. We went together with the green line for the most part. Then we came above that green line. We started outperforming, created a new all-time high before the halving because we went bullish very easily. We came back into that red line and now we are following that blue path. That blue path is ending at minimum at 130K. So for me, the target is 120 to almost 160,000 US dollars. That is the profit-taking target for me. And we can also see in the bottom that the yellow is going up, but we have not been as high as the previous bull market top over there at 196 or the previous bull market top over there at 221. This yellow line can still increase tremendously. So yes, amazing times ahead, bullishness ahead. Now, I have a few more very interesting charts you need to see today. Let me see over here. This is the first one. This one I found on CryptoQuant. This one are the on-chain trader realized price and profit loss margin areas. This is very high. The purple is very high. This is almost as high as the level we were in March, April, when we had a huge peak, that huge jump in the Bitcoin price from 30K all the way to 50, 60K. Now we are nearing that level of 55 to 60 again, which means a dip can always happen at those levels. We went to the top and we came back there, you see? We went from almost 70K back to 60K. It was a huge dip, even to 58K. So whenever these build up, it can take a couple of more weeks until the second week of December, for example. This will be a little bit higher, and there will be a moment you should be taking a little bit of profit out of the table and buying back lower with your trading portfolio. Okay? Now, this chart is showing us exactly the same. I found this one on Willy Woo, a guy that you really need to follow in this industry, of course. This is also showing us that a shitload of money is flowing into the market. Exactly like here, March, April 2024, when we went all the way from that, you know, that 40K-ish to here is 70K-ish, a lot of money flowed into the market. That is happening now again. So yes, that would mean for me 60K-ish to maybe even 110K-ish, that we can take it up if the money keeps flowing. But I also expect a dip. Like I always say, I will expect a dip. I keep dollar cost averaging with my HODL portfolio, but I also do take profits with my trading portfolio and buy back lower. Simple as that. Then we have the realized price power law. The last one I shared it. We saw those dots not as high as we see them now. At the moment we can see the dots really high, which is beautiful, above that power law here, there, amazing. Where do we end? We end around this dotted line there. That is where the blue dots will end. And it will be somewhere there where I exactly am at my thing in the last quarter of 2026. And from there we have a bear market all the way back to that line in the beginning of 2027, which would be around 60K-ish, in my opinion, the bear market bottom. Can we just go up like this and then crash and have a top now in 2024? Everything is possible, It's not probable in my opinion, but it's possible, and when it's there, and when we see the indicators flashing to get out of the market, I will be honest as well. I will tell you, it is not the same, it is a different cycle, I'm going to take profit. That's why you need to subscribe to this channel to keep being updated on when I also take profits. I will be completely transparent with that, guys. Then we have this chart, a very simplified chart showing you where we are in the cycle at the moment. It's showing you a little bit with my favorite colors, the Rastafari colors. Over there we are now entering that yellow area. That is mean the first yellow candle. Look back to the previous bull markets, 2 big yellow candles and a red one. A few yellow ones and the red ones. Yellow ones and the red one. So that red one is every time only one candle, guys. So be aware that if we enter this yellow, that will be the longest phase, and then if we enter the red, that will be a short phase. One candle, sorry, this chart is not sharp, but this candle is, I think, a 2 monthly candle. So it's all 2 monthly candles if I 2 monthly candles if I see it correctly. Now then we have this one, also very important, showing you again where we are at the moment, guys. We are now here at the level of 6.0. Previous bull markets we went to 452, 111 and 20. We can easily still grow from 6 to a level of 10 or 9, which is almost doubling, guys. Just understand that. We don't need to go to 20. We can go to a level of 10 or 9. This 20 level was this low in my opinion because we had a double top. If this would have been a blow-off top, that orange line, we would probably have ended somewhere around 50. And then this one would end around 25-ish levels. And if we would end around 25-ish levels, I will show you on the next chart where we would end. Then we would end at this price over there, that pinkish line. And that pinkish line is 100K, 200K, 300K, 400K, almost 500K. Is then where the top would be if we would end up a little bit, if we would end up with the same result as we ended up in 2021. Again, blow off top, double top. If this pink line wouldn't have been a double top, I think it would have ended a little bit higher around there. That would mean that the yellow line, this is where we are now, could easily end up over there, which would be around 500K. So yes, if you look at this chart, not even at the numbers, you all understand we are here now. This is ahead of us. Bullishness, 12 months of bullishness is ahead of us from this moment where we are with the yellow line on the bottom, orange line. All bullishness. Don't be mistaken. Now, then we have this chart. This chart is showing you when the altcoin season could be starting, because a lot of people ask me about the altcoins. In the previous times, every time when the Bitcoin dominance started to drop, that is when the altcoin season started. And mostly that started when the Bitcoin line hit that green line over there. So we are hitting that green line, so it could soon be the altcoin season. We have already seen a couple of altcoins that I mentioned to you, Sui, DOT, all going really high already, doubling in numbers. So yes, it all already kind of started, but it can become a little bit more extremer as well. This chart also shows you the same, guys. I want to make sure that you understand it. This chart is showing you that every time, this is a weekly chart, when we had a high on the weekly chart and we had 3 green weekly candles, every time in history, when that happened, the Bitcoin dominance dropped and the altcoin season started. Here we had a weekly high, up by 3 green weekly high candles, dominance dropped, altcoin. Weekly high, 3 green weekly candles, probably again here the dominance will drop and the alt season will start. So if you want to sell your alts now, I would not be selling your alts now. I would wait till the Bitcoin dominance drops, then the alts start running, and then I would take profit in the alts and go back into Bitcoin with them. That is what I would do. I hope you really enjoyed the charts. Yes, the charts are showing us that there is waves on the charts. It's going up and going down. Beautiful volatility. Yes, we didn't break the 100K We missed it by $200 on some exchanges. There's just not 100K. And why is this happening? Because a shitload of people are taking profits. Even long-term whales are taking profits. And why are they taking profits? Because they all expect a dip. And I also told you in the last video, yes, be prepared. There could always be a dip of 20%. I also announced it in all my VIP channels, all the Telegram channels. Guys, be aware there could be a dip. And the dip is now around 97,000 US dollar. That is now where the support is, $97,300, I think exactly. And maybe we could dip even to 95,000 or even 90,000. It is still bullish as fuck. This bull market is just getting started. All the indicators are telling us, we are now 50% on the bull market. So yes, for me, doubling all the way up to 160,000 US dollar is still my target at the end of 2025. We could see a dip and we can see more pumps and more dips and more pumps and slowly grow all the way to that 160K. Just look back now to the bear market bottom at 16K until now. How many pumps and dips did you already survive? And every time you had that same feeling, oh, euphoria, ah, shit, 30% crash. Oh, euphoria, ah, shit, 30% crash. That crash can come again, but that will also be followed up again by euphoria until we reach 160K, in my honest opinion, guys. Just see it like that. We went from 16K to 20K to 18K to 25K, back to 20K, from 20K to 30K, back to 25K to 50K to 40. We had a lot of pump and dumps. And you survived all of these. And you are going to survive the next pump and dumps as well. Because the end of this market is going to be in 2025, 17 to 18 months after the halving of April 2024. And if it is going to be earlier, I will let you know. So it's very important now that you go down below this video and that you give it a thumbs up and that you start sharing this with your friends and family, that you subscribe to the channel, and that you, very importantly, hit the notification bell, because that is what you need to be notified every time when I make a video. And I know I make them daily, but sometimes I skip a day as well. So, like I was now in the Netherlands. Now, that were the charts, guys. Let's jump into the next part, the inspirational quote. For the inspirational quote today, guys, I get a question very often asked, and I'm going to answer that question with that inspirational quote. What is the key to happiness? That's most people are asking me that. What I can tell you is, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. That is a very important reminder. A lot of people think, oh, if I'm successful, I will turn happy. That is not true. That could be true for a short period of time because you have success and you make some money and you have some short-term happiness because of your money that you are earning and you can spend. But in the end, that doesn't fulfill your internal happiness, because success didn't come from happiness. It came from the greed for money. The moment you're happy, really happy inside, by doing what you love, living the life that you want to live, that makes you happy. And when then from that position, being completely internally happy about what you have, appreciate what you have, being happy with who you are, being happy with who is surrounding you, from that situation, success will always come. Because if you are vibing positive because of the happiness, you will become successful. That is when all these paths open for you. Not the other way around. Yes, you could do it the other way around. I tried that. That was my first run and I did it. I became successful. I made a shit lot of money with my companies and I thought I was happy until my first huge burnout. And that burnout was not only there because I lost my parents, that burnout was also there because I had been running this hamster wheel life, doing something just for the money for over 12 years. That wasn't making me happy, being in an office, just sitting there every day, managing people. That was not my internal happiness. And that is why I got that burnout. The second run is this one. Burning all those ships, changing my complete lifestyle into a minimalist lifestyle, going all into Bitcoin, traveling the whole world with my family. That really made me happy. That really made me internally happy. Being together with my wife and children 24/7, visiting the most beautiful places in the world, 42 countries in the last 8 years, that gave me so much happiness that all the success flowed out of that. That is how the Bitcoin family started to grow. That is how my YouTube started to grow. That is how everything that happened since that moment started to grow. Because it all happened from my real inside happiness, not from forced happiness because of money. That is the inspirational quote for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, please give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news? What do you think about the $1 billion mistake? What do you think about the charts? And what do you think about the internal happiness leading to success, like I just told you guys? Now, before you stop, go and check DDBAM.me. Thanks for watching. Wish you an amazing Monday. I'll see you tomorrow again. Bam!